Kathy.
Hello there, this is Barsha.
And you are listening to
Last Years, a podcast made from
Last Years.
I don't know why we even try that. Like, I swear, I try to keep it like consistent every episode, but we have a different intro every time.
It's always different.
Oh my days.
Just to spice it up. So today, it's Britney, bitch!
Oh shit. Oh my
god, that's what I hear when I hear Britney's name. Like, hey, it's Britney, bitch.
Is that from a song?
I don't know if it's from a song or if it's something that she created, but
it is a popular saying, huh?
Yeah. So what was your first or the earliest memory of Britney Spears?
I think, personally, growing up, I used to watch a lot of, like, Nickelodeon shows and Disney Channel or anything that. And when I was watching Nickelodeon Zoe 101, you know the girl Zoe? I think,
no, I didn't watch that one. No. Go on.
So the main girl that, the main lead character, her name was Zoe, and basically she is played by Britney's sister's younger sister, yeah. Yep. So I was obsessed with that show back then, and they used to like refer to her like, oh yeah, that's Britney Spears' sister, Britney Spears' sister. They would announce Sunigola, I think, or not. And of course, I think after that, her music was like literally everywhere. I think like way before even YouTube. Do you remember Music Jesus?
No.
Oh my god! So there was a site called like musicjesus.com or something. So that's where I probably found her music. But yeah, that's sort of like my first introduction.
That's interesting.
How about yours?
I think I probably got introduced to her, or I saw her first probably like the MTVs and then this one, the music channel. And I probably had heard of her songs, but the one song that kind of like reminds me of her is Get It Na 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 Get It is Toxic song.
Toxic, yeah.
Where she's like in an airplane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
iconic.
That's like the most memorable image of her that I have.
I see, okay, yeah. So I guess that's what we're talking about today, guys.
Today is all about Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have seen the movement on Nicki, but I guess it is a movement, right?
It is a movement, a huge movement.
Yeah, circulating around socials and everything. And we just want to kind of make it clear that to start off, yes, what we're about to say, we're basically getting all this from online, and now who knows if it's true or not. So this is all, I guess, like allegedly gossip, but we just kind of put it out there. Whatever we say, even though we say what we say, please do your own research. By no means we are like not like a news channel or this LYINA, but we just felt like it was necessary to talk about this issue because it is huge. It's really important that I think we carry on talking about it, yeah.
Because we're just here to talk about it for fun, not for like professional use.
Yeah,
so
kind of just maybe mind. Like especially we have listeners from Nepal, and then maybe you guys they don't know, or family friends in Nepal who is curious about what this is, and so like so it'd be good to like I guess pass the knowledge on, I guess, towards them as well.
I think like I first heard about Free Britney movement maybe 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
Maybe. But like the only reason why I know about it and why I digged into it was because of Lex Limbu.
Ew.
Because he's like a huge Britney Spears fan nito, and I know that he even like met her back in I'm not going to cite what year, and he has like pictures with her as well, and like he's like a biggest fan, and he's met her and everything, and then because he's a huge supporter, like he would like from time to time like post about it, and I just got curious. I was like, wait, what is this free movement trend, and like what is this about? Let me have a look, and then that's how I kind of got introduced to it, and then the more I read up about it, I was like, no way this is happening. They're putting it into a celebrity figure who's earning millions on a big stage. I was like, what the hell? The whole thing was like, wow, an eye-opener to me. I didn't know something like this even existed.
I think for me, I wouldn't say like about 2 years ago. Shit, that's like quite a while back. But for me, I'm sure it was during this pandemic, because I think that's when TikTok really blew up. And they were like, I saw like all these videos saying like, Britney, if you're in trouble, wear yellow and stuff like that. And that sort of video was like circulating all over TikTok, and that's where I was introduced to it. So maybe like within a year, maybe less than 6 months is when I first come to know about this. But yeah, it is like, it's mad that it's been going on for so long.
I know.
So do you have like a timeline of like when it started or?
So the main topic that we are circling today is about Britney Spears' conservatorship, which is also known as a guardianship, which basically just means that if you are unable to make your own decisions, but it mainly applies to people who have like dementia or like mental health issues and mental illnesses. But it was granted by the court for Britney Spears as well after the big incident happened with her where she shaved her head off in the public eye, and then like it just blew up, and then that's when her father started to like put I think court magwere, like he submitted something to say that I want to kind of look after her like in a legal way kind of thing, and that's when it all started.
But like, okay, so this is back in like 2008, because I did hear that it's been going on for like 13 years. But I heard, when the father asked the court or the judge for this conservatorship, that it was only meant to be a temporary kind of solution, right? So why is it like, it's been 13 years and she's still trapped here, like, but why?
Yeah,
right?
I just don't understand, and I didn't actually even like find the answer to why it's been that way.
If we think about it, maybe he got a little bit of taste during that temporary guardianship or whatever, that he got a taste of the property she has, the estate, the money that was coming in, so he maybe just got obsessed over and wanted to keep her in control.
So yeah, according to, I'm just reading off from a BBC article that was released, I think in February or around that time.
Of 2008?
No, this was recent.
Oh, okay,
so 2021. According to the article, what it says is that Britney Spears' conservatorship was split into two parts, one for her state and financial affairs, and the other is for her as a person. Under this legal agreement, she has not had control over her finances since 2008, and Borsha mentioned that it was only temporary, which is very true as well. So around that year, 2008, when the conservatorship was established, it was only temporary, but it gradually extended for over a decade, but it has not been specified why for the public, and it was never released.
I guess this movement, it was coming like, it was kind of like a roller coaster, where it was like the movement was like very trending on socials, then it kind of died down, and then it was like trending again. I guess like, let's talk about the recent cases, like about Asi Bokhare. She was able to, was it like have a court hearing or something?
Oh yes, this is very recent.
Yeah, so again the movement kind of sparked from that day. But it was a so heartbreaking gig, because of course you mentioned like 13 years, and since 2008 she's been under this like hold. And she was saying how she's not able to even have her own child. She's not able to marry. She's not even allowed to drive in the same car as... She's not allowed to drive. She's not allowed to be in the same car as her boyfriend. That's mad. And then, like, I don't know, it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Like how you said, she's a public figure, yet all these things are going on. And somebody was saying how the public is to blame as well when it went... Well, public one, the tabloids. Because when she was going through all this like mental health stuff, the head shaving, I think attacking the paparazzi and everything, it's kind of like it gave her that scenario, kind of like, because of that the tabloid and then it's just so damaging for her. Like
the paparazzi at that time was very
brutal,
and you like since that time, like I'm sure like that paparazzi industry has changed a lot, and like we don't really work in that industry, but like surely there has been some changes. And I think she was, how old was she like back then? I'm not even sure, but I think she was like maybe in her 20s when all of this happened. And like being young when she actually first started her whole career.
I think she was like 8 or something, right? 8 or 11.
8 or 11, but at 16, she had her first debut, I think, with Baby One More Time. So in 1998, oh my god, we were like...
Do you know what as well with this, like, have you heard her real voice?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so her real voice is very, very deep because she has a nasally, oh baby, because those are nasally type voice. Apparently, what it is that the label, they forced her, they forced her to do this baby voice because it was very sexy. She had this very young looking image and they felt like this deep voice didn't match her. Okay? Plus, they were trying to sexualize her and kind of like to make more hits, I guess, to be more out there in the public eye, to get attention. And that's why as well, like, if you look at her younger, even when she was like 8, 9 years old and she's singing, it's so deep. Okay? Like, you would not think that's coming out of her.
And I think this is something that happens a lot in the music industry. Like, the producers and like the label will exploit that person so that the label and the producers can create more income for themselves, but not actually look at the individual as an individual.
Yeah, I heard like not only the father, but there's so many people that's under this conservatorship, like including her record labels, the Hikukuku Tarinda apparently. And today, actually, I think today, basically her court-appointed attorney, he resigned from her conservatorship case, less than 24 hours after Britney Spears' manager, Larry Rudolph, quit as well. Okay? Isn't it? And people were like being very like, oh shit, she's come out and said this. There's people, this is creating a lot of noise. We need to get out type of thing. But people are saying that they quit because they're scared to be exposed.
I bet.
I 100% believe that. Like, it's just mind blowing to me. Like, I really hope that she gets her freedom. Yeah, like, oh my days.
And yeah, like, you know, like the whole thing where like back then when she was going through this breakdown of about like the shaving head and everything, and how the paparazzi and the social media portrayed her. Like, mental health was not a very big thing back then as well, and she was still a very growing adult. And all her life she's been in front of like your cameras and paparazzi, and like she probably didn't have like the right support around her on how to deal with like, and I think none of the celebrities ever have that right support where they're like supported for like mental health. And we see like this so often, okay, where celebrities are always like bamboozled by like paparazzi left and right, and they have no private life. And bitara, like, if you are surrounded by paparazzi 24 hours from day to night, you are going to get you know, like,
you are going to act up.
You are going to act up. And you know that smashing a cute paparazzi car with an umbrella,
I would totally do that. Yeah, come on now.
Be it a SUV, be it a Lamborghini, a normal person would do that too. But you don't go, you know, like, paparazzi doesn't come around and put that on the tabloid.
Exactly.
And just because she's a celebrity or like a public figure out there, like, they've made this like look so big and bad and like labeled her. And yes, it is like probably the media fault in a way, like you said, where they made her look bad just for that one fault, and all of this became a huge issue because of that. And yeah, it's just ridiculous.
It's quite sad, because we, like, from the outside, her shaving her head, all this, you can tell she's going through something. She is suffering. And it's really, really upsetting how, in a lot of cases, these child actors, child singers, they always grow up, like, not to be rude, but, like, very damaged. Because if you look at like Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Bryans or something, the Home Alone Kikita at one point as well, going through some certain dark stuff. I think the only good thing that I have heard out of child actors is Hilary Duff. I think she's the only one that has had like a sort of normal life, but everyone else had something negative, something where, to a point where they did something as crazy as shaving her head. And that, to me, is like a cry for help, but people are just making money out of it because they know that it's going to sell. Her photos are going to sell. And do you know, apparently back in 2007, 2008, when obviously she was going through this stuff, the most expensive photo, or the most expensive paparazzi photo for the bald Britney Spears was sold for $500,000. $500,000, and it's kind of makes you think. No wonder these paparazzis are like pushing her to do something just to get that money. Yeah, that's
like yes, of course, like they were responsible as an industry to push her over her limits. Because imagine like there's a whole industry and then you, and then like how are you going to face them? Of course, like, oh my God, I can't even put it into words, like what she must have been through.
Exactly. And especially to, like, okay, music label matra boko by one thing, but it's her own father, like her own family. And did you hear about the sister as well, Jamie Lynn Spears?
No, I can't remember as far back.
I think with her one as well, like she's been very silent throughout the 13 years, and then only
Jamie Spears is her father's
name. So Jamie Lynn Spears, I think, is the daughter.
Okay.
So with her, basically for the past 13 years, she's been dead on silent. Okay, nothing on social media, nothing to say. Oh, my sister needs help, blah blah, none of it. And only recently, I think within the last week or two, she uploaded a video on Instagram saying, oh, I support my sister, blah 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 blah. Only after getting like audience or saying like, oh, you're not supporting your sister, you're not doing this one. And because now it's getting to a point where Britney actually spoke out, and only after then the sister started speaking out saying, I've been supporting her this whole time, I've never used her money, blah blah blah. But guess what? There's receipts.
Oh shit.
She's saying like she's never used her money, but there's receipts to show that she used Britney's money to fly. Like wow. There's airplane go or tickets that he going from here to that.
And like you can't run away from evidence like
exactly. And she's got her own drama, man. If you look into it, she's got her own fucked up.
Oh my God,
drama.
Everyone involved around her must be like, wow. This could be like a whole movie.
And I hope that they do something about it as well, like a very, like, you know how Paris Hilton got that story about her childhood? It went crazy big and everyone understood her. And then from her perspective, I really hope that Britney gets a chance to say it how it is.
From her point of view, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I know there was Framing Britney Spears, the documentary. I think it came out February.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, shit. I haven't heard about this.
I feel like I watched something similar a bit while back, but I don't think it was that. So in February 2021, Framing Britney Spears premieres. So it was a documentary about the pop star's rise and fall, as well as about her treatment by the media, generates a mass public interest in her conservatorship. So I think this again, like you said, like TikTok and the media went wow again at this trend, or not trend, sparked her story. I think this documentary really helped in that as well.
Where can one view it to? Does the article say anything about that?
At the moment, I do not know where it is available, but the name of the documentary is Framing Britney Spears.
But you know what's crazy is the fact that I heard someone say that she, of course, the father, and I think there's another person involved, like Jodie Montgomery or something. Basically, all these people are obviously benefiting from her money, right? And then in order for her to be free from this conservatorship, she has to prove that she's mentally fit and well. And she's, I don't know, from that speech she gave, like, she sounds very well. She sounds like she knows what. And then she said that she's afraid of her father. And then fully, and said, and of course, she needs her own lawyer, right, to help her become free, I guess. But then what's crazy is the fact that these other people that are against her are also using her money to buy themselves a lawyer and help them to keep her in that. And that to me is mind-blowing. Like, you're using...
That is right? Bullshit!
Doesn't it make you think, like, fucking hell, like, what the fuck? Is that what the actual fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, and of course, like, the people in the opposing party, like, your Britney got father got cases on Boko, they're gonna do everything to put her, leave her there, that's the way that the lawyers get paid, okay, if you think about it. The longer she stays in the conservatorship, the more the money the father, the family, that side is going to get paid. That, to me, is just mind-blowing.
I don't think we fully covered why it was set up. So, it was actually set up because it says here in the article that she began behaving erratically in 2007 after her divorce from Kevin Federline, which was her husband back then, and when it was finalized, and then she had lost custody over her 2 children.
In regards to her children, wasn't there something recently saying how the father hit the 2 boys?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know fully enough. Yeah, I heard that as well. Like how he's not exactly abusing. Maybe it was like a one-time thing, but those poor kids, yeah. This is too much.
And then a series of public incidents raised concern about her mental health welfare, with the star making headlines for shaving her head and hitting a photographer's car with an umbrella, which we covered. I mean, it just seems a bit ridiculous to me that if she is going through a huge divorce like that and then losing your children to custody, of course you're going to be having a mental breakdown. But without understanding and knowing what's really going in her life, people can't just start labeling her and, you know, questioning her mental health and mental well-being. So because of this, she was admitted twice under a temporary psychiatric assessment ruling, and including after an incident in which she allegedly refused to surrender her sons in a standoff involving the police. Of course, she wouldn't want to give her children up neither. Like, no mother would want that. But I think it was also because at this time there was not much support around mental health. So maybe this is actually one of the biggest issues there was.
I feel like only within the past maybe even 3 years where people really gave a shit about mental health.
Yeah,
before
true.
then it was still very taboo. And then rehab on it, negative life, you know. But only recently it's kind of like, oh, you need help, you need support. That's totally fine.
That's why also I think that the word rehab on it. That's why Britney Spears made headlines over headlines even after coming out of rehab. Okay, so people would release a tabloid saying headlines saying, oh, Britney Spears released from rehab, what's going to happen next? And it's just fueling the anger in people or whatnot. And oh my god.
So I guess let's discuss about why this issue matters, right? Why are the public still talking about it? Why are we talking about it? And I guess it all comes down to you don't even have to like this artist at all. It's just a basic
human rights,
exactly, that you need to give a shit about, because this poor girl has been in the public light since a very young age with her, I guess, the father, and the mother is not really mentioned.
It's weird that the mother is never mentioned in anything.
I don't think they're together, to be honest, the mother and the father.
Maybe
because they don't mention it at all. But yeah, she's just from a young age being in a way a slave. Was told to do this, and she hit it off. She was popular, and they would sexualize her, and then complain that she was too sexy, and then saying that she was saying that she wasn't sexy enough. And then for her, growing up since a very young age, she's literally been slave. And wasn't there a song lyrics as well saying something about slave for you or something? I'm a slave for you. Or something.
Yes.
But I think
I
somebody,
that song.
Somebody looked into that, and they were they initially thought it was a very sexual song, but if you look at a deeper meaning, it's not about that at all.
Yes,
she's speaking the truth in the video or in the music. But yeah, and it's just if we don't talk about this kind of issue, she's already, it's been 13 years, and only recently, I think within the past few months, it's been very becoming very concerned with this. And yeah, we do need to carry on talking about it, and don't let this issue die, okay? Because that's the only, I feel the public and us as normal citizens who has access to social media, that we have a lot of power, okay? And we should use our platforms, I guess, to spread the message.
Fans are so loyal to her. If it was not for her fans, Free Britney movement would not even be a thing.
For sure.
When this whole conservatorship came into action, it was her fans first who disagreed to it and fought for it. And to think that along with her, all of her fans are actually also fighting with her.
Yeah.
And it's actually a very heartwarming thing.
I really hope that something will get done. I don't know. Recently, there was an article saying she was denied access to or something. You know how she publicly said that Judge basically said that she can't free herself or something. And also, even to free herself from this conservatorship, there's a very long process, right?
Apparently. So, by the way, that's it. When you look at it from outside, what the conservatorship is like, is that you can literally just assign a document to say, yes, I am fit and healthy. Yes, I have the capability, I have the capacity to be on my own. But that needs to get processed through a whole lot of shit again. Which does not make sense. Like, why would you, like, show it to the public as something, okay, it's a simple thing, but then behind doors, it's like, no, you have to go through a complete set of procedures and policies to be able to actually get out.
I guess in a sense, it does make sense. 기나반에 conservatorship and this guardianship is to help the person in need.
That makes
and if
sense.
the person is not mentally well and they just sign up for it release boy, then they're in danger.
That's
so
true.
It could be because of that, but I feel like I had this talk with my dad the other day. I personally feel like the judge is being paid off as well.
Ooh.
Do you not think that? Like, let's talk about that for a second, because the father and that side of the team does have a lot of money.
That's
They
true.
can easily just pay off and have her stay under the conservatorship just so they can carry on paying the judge or whatever. I feel like that is very possible.
Oh my god. I want a movie on this story, man.
I really hope that's something she will get her justice. She's like, I think she's 39, and she's been in this for 13 years, wants to have kids, wants to marry her boyfriend, and she's not able to again, which is very sad. So she was 26 when this all started. 39 when it's no?
Oh, it's crazy. Oh my god. For a lot of people, living in the same household as your parents, or like living with a family, that's hard enough because like sometimes you do get into each other's personal space. But this young lady, this poor girl, she does not even have any sort of personal space or private space. Like anywhere that she goes, she needs to have approval to go somewhere, like. If
permission,
to go anywhere. She's tailed everywhere like a prisoner.
She is a slave, she is a slave, and that's what is so heartbreaking. Like, if you have to ask permission she can't even drive, she can't even drive. If she wants to go for a fucking McDonald's, she can't drive. Like, I'm sorry, but that's like some very basic thing, no? I think that's why it was such a...
I think it was stated somewhere, like, even in like a restaurant, if she is with like the people who's with her, she can't even go to the toilet alone. Wow. Like, what the actual fuck? But no, it is like this. I think this case just shines a whole different light on like celebrity and like how people can take advantage of you and use you. So around the year 2019 and 2020, Britney Spears said that she is taking a break from work because of her father's health issues. Later in the year, her father, Jamie Spears, steps away as her conservator temporarily, citing his poor health. So this was like around last year, I guess. So 2019, 2020, Matei, her father was falling ill, and then but she was also taking a break from work. And then Britney Spears indicates through her lawyers that she no longer wants her father to be involved in handling her career. So a lawyer says Spears is afraid of her father and will not return to the stage as long as he retains control. And even in this whole case, like, she has also like already mentioned, like, Anthony, this whole conservatorship is like very abusive and it does more damage to me than it is helping me. Her father having health issues is, well, a good thing, I guess. Well, not a good thing, but you know, like,
good on you, bitch. That's karma for you. But for real, there, this is too sad. And what's even sad is the fact that back then when she was acting out, they were saying, like, you know, saying that she's acting out because she's spoiled and this is good word use. But in reality, it's like it's a cry for help. But they're like, no, she's spoiled, that's why blah 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 blah. And then
And her fans actually believed that she has been forced to stay under the agreement, which we also believe, and even asked the White House to end her conservatorship.
What, she asked or the fans?
The fans.
Oh, wow, okay.
Submitting petitions with tens of thousands of signatures. But even then, nothing happened. Campaigners for Free Britney movement regularly demonstrate outside court hearings.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think I'm liable as people, as public, that's all we can do is protest, sign petitions, carry on talking about it, right?
And like a thing with Britney Spears in her social media, like I don't personally follow her on Instagram, but just when I was doing this, like all of her posts are like smiley. Have you noticed that? Like
I haven't yeah, I don't follow her either, but I have
like I find it so weird, like where she's just like smiling.
It's a fake smile. Can you tell it's forced?
And then like even when she's like dancing, like she just has like this the face, just like the same face that she has, and it kind of creeps me out in a way because like that doesn't feel normal to be seeing a person without different spectrum of emotions.
Other than that,
okay. So it's like, oh my god, like the system has broken her.
Because she did say, like, I think back in November of last year, 2020, how basically the fans were concerned and they were like saying, Britney, are you okay? Blink if you need help. She came out to say, guys, I'm okay, don't worry about me, I'm totally fine verbally. And then she later, I think Asine Bakari maybe or somewhere, but basically this year said, I'm sorry I lied to you, I was not okay, I was forced to say this, and she apparently said it all out. So which refers back to how you said all her posts are very like eerie type of thing, where she's all forcing a smile.
Like it's almost like someone is behind the camera making her do it, instead of her willing to do it. Yeah, if you guys want to check her Instagram out, it's just Britney Spears, and tell me or let us know what you think in the comments, because I found it a bit like eerie. It just gave me that creepy vibe, like she definitely is being watched 24/7, and we know this by now. And like her post, even though it is her social media, like she has no control over it.
You know what? Like I wouldn't even be surprised if like somebody shoved a phone or the camera in front of her, saying like, "Okay, smile, do it, dance around," records it, and she doesn't even have access to her phone or social media. The other person is uploading on her behalf. I'm not surprised if that is even happening at this point.
Oh my God. And imagine having to use birth control because you're forced to take it, not because you want to take it.
That's your body. That goes back to human rights.
Human rights again. And then all of these years, while being under this conservatorship, she has actually worked and produced a few albums already, and which she has made a lot of money out of, but
just the Vegas right, was like,
she made but has no access to all of those money. Like, where did it go? Where is it? Speechless about this issue. Like, the more you start looking into it, the more crazy it starts to get. And you wouldn't think that something like this would happen to a huge pop star.
Yeah.
This is your sign to go look up Free Britney movement.
So yeah, we just, like we said earlier, and sending you all of the information. I'm sure it didn't even follow the timeline. We kind of just spat out whatever we knew, and because the thing is, right, there's so much we can't even cover it if we even record it for the next 5 hours. It's been going on for 13 years. It's so difficult to fit it in. So apologies that we're like kind of splitting everything here and there, but hopefully you get a gist of what's actually been going on. And definitely, like we said earlier, definitely go ahead and do your further research, because like Arati said, like it gets wild. You're going to find out a lot, and don't stop talking about this, whether it's, like we always say, whether it's on socials or even off socials, carry on talking about it, because it's not like you have to like the artist. It is a basic human thing. Like she needs help.
Another thing, you just reminded me.
What?
Throughout like the whole process of her being in this conservatorship, she has been drugged. So drugged.
What?
Drugged in a way that obviously the on her side, whoever, like the father and all of the other people will say, oh, it's for her mental health, but it's actually to make her more drowsy, delude her, so that she is not able to speak out. Okay? That's why I think that's probably one of the main reasons for why this case has gone on for as long as it has.
Again, I'm not surprised if like the pharmacists, the doctors, they're being paid off as well. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all in this case, because the money that she's made in the last 13 years just from the Vegas show, all the father and all this team, they're keeping it with us. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like paying people off easily like that. Yeah,
exactly. And you know, like, so many people, I'm sure, like, if people were in her position, I'm sure people would have tried to like take that life. And it would be no surprise if she has tried as well. It's only the matter of fact that we don't know and we haven't heard it from her. But to be alive and living and still going head on strong, like, she is brave for that.
She's very brave. But also sad, man. That's also not even a way of life. What is the quality of life there?
We just hope that she gets to speak out the truth.
And we hopefully. And I don't know what to say. This is so heartbreaking. Like, I don't know. Like, all we can say and all we can hope is that one day, hopefully sooner than later, that she will be free. She will be able to have, gain that control of her life once again. And, she wants to have children. She wants to get married. She, like, bloody drive. Like, I really hope that she gets her wish on him now, in a way. Like, she gets her life back. Or she gets a new life on him. That she's never had a proper life, I guess.
Exactly.
But yeah, I guess we're going to have to start wrapping it up, girl.
And we will look forward to that day. Hope it's going to come soon for Britney Spears and all of our fans who's been through this journey. And thank you for listening.
Just before, I know we always say like we're going to finish off. So Ariti and I did have a look into the Nepal women's law. So basically, if you don't know, please go watch the previous or listen to the previous episodes where we discussed about Nepal just implementing this law where women under 40
could not travel without permission.
Excuse me, a whole bloody grown-up adult. But anyways, yeah, we looked into it to see whether it was pushed through without anyone knowing or anything. As of yet, no updates. Like, nothing has been happening. So I guess Corona kind of like took care of that. Corona is in the headlines right now. So
either that or like the government or whoever was creating the bullshit rule just thought, oh shit, people are going crazy. Maybe I should just stop. But then even if they did, like, they should have at least given out like
formal announcement
say okay, this is not going to go ahead, because like people in the next few months are going to forget about it, like we did. We forgot about it actually after we talked about it, and then they'll be like, surprise motherfuckers, and then like here's the new rule again, and then people will be like, where did this rule come from? And then the government will be like, well, it was actually already under the ongoing, but it was only just halted, whatever.
Yeah, so
but no, I hope that it does not ever go
fingers
through.
Crossed. But yeah,
I like how that actually tied in with this as well, because all about permissions and then not having your own free will.
Yeah. So that's it for this episode. Sorry, it was a bit depressing. I hope that, if you do know about the matter, about this Free Britney movement, and if you maybe did hear about it and you're like, what the fuck is this? I hope you were able to get some insight to it. Definitely do your own research. Go ahead and look deeper into it. But yeah, thank you for listening to this episode.
Toodles.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Adios.
Bye.